Hello, welcome to Brown Dog Gadgets Live. I'm Amanda, the Education Outreach Coordinator here at Brown Dog Gadgets. The man playing with all the sound effects is Pete.
It's me, I'm here. Well, cat mom, can you see that?
Oh, it's so cute. I love it.
Love the cats.
Today we are going to be making some Valentine animals.
Ooh.
But before that, if you have not followed us on our social media platforms, please do so. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Also, if you like what you see here, you can find the templates for these on browndoggadgets.com. Those templates are free for you, so just go ahead and print them off. And then if you have any questions, you can leave a comment. You can chat with us today, or you can always email us at help@browndoggadgets.com. Lots of options. Oh, Josh. Wow, those animals look super cute.
I don't even know.
I mean, I did hold one up.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right, we're going to jump into it today. I feel very echoey in my ears. I don't know why.
Hold on. Less now.
No, but that's okay. It doesn't affect anyone else, so it doesn't matter. These are originally they were called our felt animals. We switched up the name of them because you can actually make them with felt, craft foam, heavy cardstock. It really is completely up to you. So this little crew here is called our Valentine's Day animals. So we've got our bunny, a penguin, our cat, our koala bear, our teddy bear, and the one that got stolen last night by my son is the hedgehog. He doesn't even care about the circuit. He literally took the circuit off. I had to rebuild it today. He just wants the hedgehog. He is hedgehog obsessed. So
Yeah.
Clark, this
Pretty
one's
cool.
for you.
Pretty cool.
All of these projects are built pretty much exactly the same. So we're going to do the bunny today. Gotta move my little friends out of the way. Like I said, you can do them on felt, on craft foam. It's really up to you. We have the templates online for all of these. So there's the penguin template, the koala bear, the cat, the hedgehog, the bunny, the teddy bear, and each template also has a black and white version. The colors are on there for the ones that I used originally, but truthfully, students could use whatever color they want for the different parts. You know, if they want their teddy bear to have red eyes, well, why not?
Yeah.
And then we know that sometimes printing in color is a little bit of a pain. It uses a lot of ink. So we also have a black and white template of each of these as well, just to make it a little bit easier on the printing for you if you'd like. So what we typically do with these is we will take the template. So we'll look at the bunny. Just throwing things on the floor, it's fine. We'll take the bunny and we'll actually cut out the different template pieces. Now you're gonna see these little pieces right here. They are very small. Technically these are ovals. I would highly suggest not cutting those out by hand. Just use a hole punch. It's so much easier. And honestly, I don't even cut out the template pieces because then I just hole punch whatever the fabric is that I'm using, whether it's felt, craft foam, or the heavy cardstock, and because that's really small to cut out. That's irritating. So I actually have my own little set here.
Ooh.
So what I did is I cut out the templates for each part, and I even stored them in a bag with a picture of the actual project. Just so, I kind of got this idea from Andy because he does it for his felt toppers, where he's got the picture of the project and then the template pieces in a bag, and then he could just pull that bag out and make what he needs to.
It seems like a real teacher thing.
Prepared,
Yeah.
organized. That's what that is.
Right.
This is when I said on a live stream that I lost one of Andy's parts. It was from one of his templates. Andy, if you're watching, sorry. I don't even remember what it was for anymore. The owl, maybe? I don't know. All right, so I've cut out all the template pieces. They are on heavier cardstock on purpose. That way they will hold up to multiple rounds of tracing them. You could also print it on copy paper, and then just do a rough cut out of outside it and then staple it onto whatever the fabric is that you're doing and cut it all at once. That would work too, especially if you don't have access to heavier cardstock. But then these are really easy to keep. And then you can see what I did is I just took the shape, held it down on a piece of felt, traced around it with a black permanent marker, and then cut my pieces out. Make it really easy. So that's what all of these were done doing. Just cut out the different pieces with my template. Some of them I cut by hand and decided if I liked them or like without the template. It worked for a couple. Then you would take whatever glue you're going to use. So you've got a couple options when you're putting those pieces together. You can use hot glue, which is my preference. It dries really fast, so you can get going on your circuit sooner. But you can also use just a regular Elmer's glue. You can use tacky glue. There's just a lot of different options that will work really well to hold those felt pieces together, or craft foam or cardstock, what have you. If you're using something that's not hot glue that doesn't dry as quickly, you would need to let that sit to make sure it is dry before they start assembling their circuit. So this could be a 2-day project easily. Being able to cut out the templates, trace everything, and cut the pieces, glue it all together is definitely one class period, especially because they probably take forever just deciding what animal they would want to do.
Oh, yeah.
So I've done that part already. Ta-da!
Wait.
Oh, that's an interesting one for the bunny. So this is just those template pieces hot glued together. I did draw a little mouth on him already. That's all right.
Nice.
And what I did is I took the hands and I hot glued them down to the heart as well.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's holding onto the heart. And you can see these little circles down here are perfect circles. That's what I used the hole punch for. And it just made it so much easier. If you were going to use regular like Elmer's glue, I would glue the hand down and then you could just clip it in place to hold it until it's dry. So lots of different options on ways you could do that. All right, but now we're gonna put a little circuit and make his heart light up.
Nice.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a safety pin. You could use a push pin as well. Using the LED will not work in this case. And honestly, after poking the holes, sometimes the LED doesn't work. You really need to give yourself a good pathway for those LED legs to go through. So I'm gonna estimate the middle, and I'm gonna like really make a hole in that fabric. You can kind of see it. And I might even need to go back in and do it again. We'll see. So I've made 2 holes. I'm gonna pick a red LED. For the projects itself, I did have the longer leg going off to the left for every single one, just to keep it the same. But those directions are all on the website on browndoggadgets.com. So I'm gonna take the longer leg, which is the positive leg, and I'm gonna have it go through the left hole. Ooh, I got it through. Yay. I did not need to remake those holes.
No.
And then when I flip it over, I'm going to have the short leg go down towards the bottom and the longer leg go out towards the side. If it is a little too long, I could always just bend it as well, give it a little right angle, just to make sure it doesn't stick off the side. Now, since I'm doing this circuit on felt, it is a very porous material. So it is important that I give my circuit a chance to work, because if I just put my maker tape over those LED legs with the felt being so porous, there is a higher chance that it just will not work. So we've got a strategy for that. Mm-hmm. We're going to build our circuit with what we call maker tape. Maker tape is a nylon conductive tape. This stuff is awesome. It is the much better, much stronger, and more consistent cousin to copper foil tape. Copper foil tape breaks really easily. It is not conductive all the way through. So if you can't overlap pieces, if you break it, you have to like restart. It also does not come up off of things easily, as we found out with Lego years ago. So it is just much better to use copper or our maker tape for projects like this. It is a lot easier. Now, when you're using Maker Tape, you start about 1 centimeter away from the top, use the pad of your finger and pull down a couple times, and it'll pull away from that backing. If you've never used Maker Tape before, you can jump on over to our website and try out a free sampler pack. The sampler pack has a 5-meter roll of Maker Tape. It's also on one of these handy holders. If you want one of those holders for yourself and you have a 3D printer, you can also actually print the file from our website. So we've got a bunch of 3D printable files on there. We've got the smaller holder. We've got the 20-meter holder on there. We've got the battery holder that I just emptied to set everything up. Or the giant battery holder.
That one's not empty.
No, this one is not empty.
Not yet.
I know. The sampler pack has 5 different projects in it. It's a great way to try out Maker Tape so you can realize how amazing it is, how easy it is to use in the classroom, and just get a glimpse into what we do here at Brown Dog Gadgets. So you can check that out at browndoggadgets.com. All right. So I am going to do what we call the sandwich method for our circuit here.
Delicious.
I am going to put a layer of Maker Tape underneath the LED leg. And I could do this one of 2 ways. This time I'm going to put it directly down onto the felt, or I could have it sticky side up under that LED leg and then wrap it over so it makes a little tab. Either way is fine. Sometimes I change it based on how I'm feeling that day. Doesn't matter.
So we're basically just making a larger conductive area, right? So we kind of get a good, secure, solid connection to those LED legs.
Yep, exactly. All right. And this one's gone too long. I could fold it, or I can just cut it down. And then you know what? I'm going to use this piece that I cut to follow my bend. There we go.
If you get really aggressive too, you can cut those LED legs with scissors typically. Like a good pair of scissors like that.
Then I'd have to test out to see which one's positive and
Well,
negative.
you already know at this point.
Well, this point I do, that's true.
Yeah, wait till you know.
There you go. Or test it.
Yeah.
So if you need to test out, let's say you did cut them down and they're both the same length, you can take a coin cell battery, put one LED leg on the top, one on the bottom, and if it lights up, that means that the leg that's on top is positive, the one on bottom is negative. If you have it and it does not light up, it means you have it the wrong way. So you just switch it. All right, so I put some tape down underneath those LED legs, and now I'm gonna come over the top and add tape on top of those legs. I'm also gonna run my nail along the sides of those LED legs to make sure I've made a really strong connection. Nothing is worse than you make a project and then it doesn't work or it flickers on you.
It's never happened to me.
Never, Pete. I believe you.
Right.
We also talked about how these animals it would be really easy to customize these for different holidays. So instead of the heart, maybe they're holding an Easter egg, or they're holding a pumpkin, or whatever.
They could hold a groundhog for Groundhog's Day.
That would be interesting.
Right.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
So I've attached my LED legs. They've got tape underneath them and on top of them to make sure it makes a good connection. Now I'm going to add my battery. To hold it in place, I am going to use about 1 inch of Maker Tape. This might even be a little large. I'll just roll it tighter. And I'm going to roll it up into a tape loop with the sticky side out, just like you would on the back of a poster. And I'm going to put it right on the bottom, right on top of that bottom path, that negative pathway.
And this is not touching, right?
It is not touching. It is hard to tell because of the gray. But yes, so if my 2 paths touch right here, it will short circuit it. And it is not touching. It is very close though, so
it's just on the gray felt, it's hard to tell.
Yep. All right, I'm going to take my battery negative side down and put it on top of that tape path. And honestly, we will find out shortly if it is truly touching.
Yeah.
It is not, though. I am very confident in this.
I believe in you.
Thank you. And now I'm going to take one more piece of tape, connect the top of the battery to the long LED leg. And my circuit is done. So when I flip this over, as long as those two spots are not touching, it should be lit up. There we go. It is. These are some serious sound effects you've got going, Pete.
I know.
It's that easy. And there's so many different ways to customize these. We even were talking yesterday, you could take one of the adhesive pins that we use on name tags, take the adhesive backing off it, stick it right up here, and you could wear it.
It's a wearable.
It is a wearable. It's a soft circuit, but you could literally wear it. You could poke a hole in the middle of his head and wear it as a necklace.
Wow. Could you just tie a string around both ears and wear it?
I mean, you could. I don't know that you'd be able to do that with the hedgehog, but yeah.
You could rabbit you could wear on your sleeve too, maybe.
That's true.
Might work.
There's so many different fun ways that you could do this. You could, instead of a heart, you could cut out an oval and make an Easter egg. Maybe have kids use some Sharpies to add some designs to that Easter egg. But yeah, so right now these are our Valentine animals, our Valentine's Day animals. They are so much fun. We are hoping you enjoy them as well. So like I said, we've got our bunny, our hedgehog. I was not allowed to make these without making a hedgehog. Otherwise my son would have been very sad. Our teddy bear, our koala bear. We've got a penguin and a cat.
Yay.
That's Pete's favorite.
I got it.
And with the cat too, you can see that these are little perfect circles down here.
Beans.
Using that hole punch as well. It just makes it so much easier. And if you really don't want to use hot glue to glue the hands over, just make the hedgehog. He doesn't have any hands to hold on to it with.
Better. Do they not have hands?
No, they probably do.
Or paws or...
Yeah, no, the design just didn't include it. Yeah. So these are our Valentine's Day animals. We hope you enjoy them as much as we do. They are just so much fun. I really had a lot of fun creating these and figuring out a good way to include them with Valentine's Day. For these, you could honestly use our Paper Circuits Kit or our Wearables Kit, because the Wearables Kit also has that conductive hook and loop, which you don't need in this project. So truthfully, a Paper Circuits Kit would work perfectly fine for something like this. If you got that Wearables Kit with the batteries, LEDs, and maker tape, that works as well. Yeah, lots of options. If you have not followed us on our social media platforms, please do so. Like we said, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, and YouTube. We've been putting out live streams 3 days a week, as well as video short reels on all platforms 3 to 5 days a week. So lots of fun stuff there. So please like those, comment on them, share them. We would love that. If you do create any of these projects, please share them with us. Tag us. We would love to see what you've created. We know that there are some really creative people out there. We would love to see what you've done. Also, remember, all the templates for these that I showed off are on our website free of charge, so you can grab those at browndoggadgets.com. And then, as always, if you do have any questions, feel free to email us at help@browndoggadgets.com.
Hooray.
Next week, we'll jump into more Valentine cards, because we've got an immense amount of Valentine cards. And then... we've got our robot buddies with the Valentine skins on it.
Robots.
And what's Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
I know it.
Valentine bunnies, Valentine.
Oh
robot
yes,
buddy.
the Valentine
Yeah.
bunnies. So it's more of a decoration, which is kind of cool. It can stand up on the counter.
Yeah.
Just a nice way to decorate for Valentine's Day with some bunnies,
Yeah.
some LED lit up bunnies.
Yeah.
Awesome. We hope you'll join us next week. Otherwise, have a great night.
All right.
Thanks.